Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I am Mage 1011, and today we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. Post Endwalker and side stories. Sorry that I haven't been streaming as much as I would have been. Some stuff came up and I had to deal with it. Hello Aurelius, thank you for stopping by. I am booting up stream avatars. And hoping that my computer doesn't scream at me for it. There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna unhide the UI. We're gonna summon back up our Chocobo as it is still leveling up. And we're gonna mount up. Because, as we were in the middle of last time, we have to talk to Estinian to proceed the quest. See, we are going to queue up for the 6th circle, which is the next raid we have for our quest. Because while we are doing MSQ, we are also doing the raid quest line. Spirited Engineer. Go back to Lapis Manalus. Okay. And we need to wait for the others with Estinian. We're gonna change up our outfit really quick. Because we have a new hairstyle between last stream and this stream. And I want to show that off in the cutscene. I decided to grind up Frontline to get this new hairstyle. Frontline is PvP. And yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Do the quest. I hope this is voiced.
Is Ritra not back yet?
My apologies for the delay.
Are you all right?
I am. As distressing as this turn of events was, the eye itself gives me cause to hope. While it is no longer possessed of Ajdaya's will, it may yet lead us to her. Were it not for your encouragement, I would never have dared to embark on my search, much less come this far. I will not lose faith. I will find my sister, wheresoever she may be.
We'll return the eye to her, together.
Though tainted, the eye has not fully succumbed to darkness. Ashdaya herself may have been able to resist its influence.
Well, as much as we'd love to take part in your next foray, we can't abandon our efforts here.
Indeed. We'll need to keep a close watch, in case the Void Gate opens again as well. Though should it prove safe to do so, I have some ideas for how we might put this village to use.
Do what you must. We will manage.
To free Ashdaya, I expect we will have to deal with Golbez once and for all, after which you may undertake your work without worry.
We look forward to the glad tidings.
You'll take good care of everyone, won't you?
What? Why do you ask me this?
Because comrades look out for one another, and I can't think of anyone more qualified to keep them safe.
True. I will do no less than I've promised.
If our respective plans are settled, then let us head back.
Yeah, we're doing MSQ, and we're also doing, we're queuing up for, if not doing, the, you know what? 17-minute wait time isn't that bad. Estinian. Ritra has quelled the tempest within his heart. He should be fine. That Ashdaya's eye hasn't succumbed to darkness bespeaks her incredible resilience. Let us trust that is the sign that she yet lives. Let us trust in this sign that she yet lives, and be not deterred in our efforts. I must apologize for my bout of melancholy. To be so easily shaken ill becomes a great worm. You have remained at my side and ever afforded me support and encouragement. I haven't the words to thank you. It was good to seeing you again. I hope you'll remember to call on us sooner than next time you need help. I am not your keeper, nor do I know what you expect of me, but I will keep my word. Hold on, I suppose this is where we part ways for now. Though we have every faith in you, we will pray for your safety all the same. I'm glad we had the chance to talk, Zero. Take care, until next time. Till next time. And let's see what we have. None of this is actually useful, but I'm going to get the healing set. You know what? That's a lot better of a wait time. We're doing this as Summoner. Or rather, Arcanist. Or, not Summoner, or Arcanist. Scholar! There we go. That's the right word. You already said that. You already said that. You already said that. Okay. 0. Paths barred. 0 wishes to know your next destination. Am I right in assuming that we are to return to the Void? Now that matters here have been settled, yes, but first, we should return to Broadside Haunted to prepare. When everyone is ready, let us convene at Megaduta. That's not the right button. And we're going to Megaduta. What the fuck? Destination, wait.
If everyone is ready, then let us depart for Al-Zadal's legacy. What was that?
A deluge of ether. The mark of a terrible magic.
It wasn't far from here. Let's go.
Hey, you! Stop! If you're thinking of taking to sea, don't!
What has happened?
We were out working our nets when a light suddenly shot up over Buffalo Isle with a boom. A massive fiend then took to the skies. Another blasphemy, we feared, but we didn't linger to find out.
Did you see where it was headed?
I can't say for sure, but it looked like it was northward bound.
I see. Our thanks for the warning, and do not let us keep you.
Oh,
Buffalo Isle is connected to Al-Zadal's legacy. This cannot be a coincidence.
In response to Kanyatso's defeat.
okay, we're gonna have to rewatch that cutscene when we get done with this, but okay. The sixth circle. Okay, I can't see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna put my carbuncle in the middle of the arena so it can do the most with where it is. Where's their note? Right here. Oh, they reversed, okay. Emergency tactics, and... yeah. Those are gonna reverse, meaning... Player command. All that Abysso stuff I don't need. Objective fulfilled. Welcome to the spoof zone. Oh no. Population. Gonna jump the scare now. What you gonna do? Oh no. Fucking Christ. Oh my god, I knew it was coming in and still got me. Hello, Game End. Yeah. The spook zone sound effect is meant to be used before a jump scare to let me know it's coming, but it's still the jump scare scare still gets me. I could sense from here that Hegemon had been contained. The effect of Hephaestus's tinkering is even more dire than I imagined. Do. Welcome to the spook zone population. Gonna jump the scare now. What you gonna do? Oh fuck.
A test of
He's-
your reflexes!
I expected a jump scare. I had to let someone in a server, one of the admins of a server I'm in Discord, know that they have a art bot trying to sell me stuff. Sorry for taking a minute for that. I could sense from here hegemon had been contained. The effects of Hephaestus' tinkering is even more dire than I imagined. As is to be expected, Erechthonius appears quite pleased with our victory. We've won. A keyword is sealed away, and alive this time. La Habrea can't deny us now. Random summoner change, okay. Close eyes, press Alt, randomly spam arrow keys. And we got Shadox. Servant of Violence. Erechthonius seems eager to dispel La Habrea's doubts. Our plan was a success, though I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemone has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit to our method. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being an aether as thin as retreating mist, unbound, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a hemethos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue. As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. 'Twould be best to proceed without him. The failure would have consequences that reach far beyond pandemonium. And whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. That's something the Wolf Mage and Themis have taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias. I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path, to do and to act before the path lays close to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in change, that is the surest way to prevent any further sacrifice. I am aware that destroying Pandemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is too great. And I admit I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain. Yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's minds. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Thank you, Ericthonius. I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? It is worth it to see her once more. Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives. What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. You would call me fool, you who murdered your wife in service of your ambition, for the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again, that voice, inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus, father. Mother. Oh, I love you so. The voice guides me to you. No. Listen. Listen, Ericthonius. Apologies. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. Oh, no! Wibbly wobbly timey wimey nonsense. Mousy. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey nonsense. This is the past. Oh, you're... What do you mean the little guy? Wait, I thought you were asking if La Habrea was alive in the game. Now I'm confused. Fuck, I'm confused! I'm confused. I misread that and asked it. Thought you were asking if La Habrea was... why La Habrea was alive in game. Fuck. I am a derp. But yeah. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Ignore me. Good. I know the perfect punishment for my dumb. I am dumb, so I am small. There we go. Fixed. Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of in Ericthonius, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. 'Twas but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Ericthonius himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other key wardens had little chance to resist. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magic field is admiration and envy until fed his admiration and envy until they were born. There was room for naught else in his heart. I am a dumb. There was nothing else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? As I thought, someone was trying to warn Ericthonius, but whom? Could it have been one of the key wardens? Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Ericthonius past the point of no return. I bear the burden for his failure. In my stubbornness, I could not scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Just as Hesperos, Ericthonius is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not so easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. La Habrea, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more key warden lies await. The deepest level of Pandemonium is called Tartarus, and your passage shall be challenged by not only by a key warden. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That I expect is where Wolfmage shall shine. His desolate aether shall allow him to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. Then time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a key warden in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clearly will be in this. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I am afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Ericthonius. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there is the matter of Athena. Why do you so forcibly rebuke Ericthonius' feeling for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it. Yeah, I had some stuff I had to deal with in IRL, so it's been about a week. I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel greater pain. Did you mean to protect Arachthonius with your silence? So instead of being honest, you bickered like a child. So you drove your own son to the over the edge. Did you mean to protect Arachthonius with your silence? How dare you? Oh no, you are right. The blame for Arachthonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. Enjoy your lunch. The remaining key warden is Agdistis. She has served in Pandemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless, even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a place unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your ether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight, and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary. From here I can sense Agdistis' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegmone. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what mercy the underworld will be to her. The seventh circle, now available, Abysses. And we are going to queue up for that. Themis, I shall establish control of Abyssos while keeping an eye on your battle. When the dust has settled, Hephaestus will have nowhere left to flee. I sense that Hephaestus has come close to performing his image, perfecting his image of a Hemithros, meaning his research is in the final stages. And we are going to teleport to our main scenario quest. And we're going to skip forward until we reach where we were in the cutscene, before we had to cut away for an amount of water. We're gonna take a BRB really quick once I head over to Megadita, and I'm gonna get some water. I am currently making a drink. Oh, and perfect timing. I'm back with the drink and it's ready. Epistles, the seventh circle. Theos. fuck, all kinds of duck. Center. Oh, that's an out. Oh, fuck all kinds of duck. Follow the party. Follow the party. Okay, they're mixing up. Oh, fuck my... fuck all kinds of duck. Yep. Okay. Woo, no wipe. And no one stuck around for the play comments? Okay. The moment Agdistis was slain, the flow of aether in pandemonium focused keenly on this occasion, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. This space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a keyword would have been able to detect it, and even then, with great difficulty. Ergo, if only I could restore Tartaros to order, but I'm afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master La Habrea. Likewise, keyword Agdistis. I should be most surprised you were. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spell, even diminished as you were. It was not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dug into our one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating the path through the madness. And thus I am able to appear before you now, even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' commands. Some small part of my logical mind alone stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to to the outside world. The report, that was you. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. But I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master La Habrea, but the story must be told. 'Tis the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erithonius. No longer can you hide your heart away. Hephaestus? No. The mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erchthonius? My lesser half is now buried where none can find it, and we would be wise to do the same with our memories of this day. Blood should not sway the spirits so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erchthonius believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He cannot bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what it comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true failure lies with me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star from his parents' shadow. Erchthonius loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth to have been born all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature. Every action, every word, a solution to life's greatest dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Erchthonius, I hope. Thank you again, Agdistis. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final key warden has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. It was Ericthonius' hatred for his father that caused him to fall victim to Hephaestus' magics. Yet the root of that hatred was born from a son's love. A love nurtured not by a mother caring for her offspring, but by a researcher creating the ideal test subject. Pandemonium abound with demons indeed. Agdistis was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secret of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. Let's do some crit rate. Hope that's actually done. From his son's undying love for his mother was born a deep-willed hatred for his father. If for Ericthonius those emotions were all too real, for the efficiency of Hephaestus' magic attests to that, yet they were spun by a guided hand, which sought to use his inner turmoil as a tool for experimentation. One final wish. Lahabreus would speak further of Athena's fate. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research, and was willing to sacrifice her own child for it if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. I see now why you hid the truth from him. I can't say with certainty that Ericthonius could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating hemmethyli. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Ericthonius to safety and in accordance with Athena's last wish. Or Athena's last wish. Agdistis' last wish. Very well. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend pandemonium to his will. There's but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartarus, where Athena built her testing compound. We can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. Lahabrea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Wolf Mage's Phantom Warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I take it then that you have no intent to seal him away as before? The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together? Abyssos, the Eighth Circle. Talk to Themis. The end is in sight. Return to me safely, safely, friend. If Hephaestus truly means to continue Athena's research, then Erchthonius is indispensable to his goals. He is safe, but for how much longer I cannot say. And time for the last Abyssos raid. You know, since we're kinda going into these very fast, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not even going to proceed with the MSQ right now because we're kind of going into these very fast. So I'm going to look at stuff on the market board. You know, do market board stuff. While we nice color weapons.
Ericthonios is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
Perfect imperfection. Hephaestus.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Okay, so we're gonna switch to the right heart bars. Summon our thing.
From fulgent flame my servants rise. Out of my sight! Leave naught but ash in your wake. Let seep sorrow into your heart. I tire of this farce.
He seems to really like fire.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are prey to be consumed. Perish in flame's embrace. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Oh, fuck all kinds of duck. Okay, I am brand new to this. I have no clue what I'm doing. Ah, I see.
From fulgent flame my servants rise. A fitting death. I shall see my wish fulfilled. You will know my rage.
popping all my cooldowns.
Sear flesh from bone. Leave naught but ash in your wake.
That's the spread. Okay.
Out of my sight.
Dragon equals out. Bird equals in.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are prey to be consumed.
Okay, we're mixing it up.
Perish in flame's embrace. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Okay, so it's those two, so we need to be over here. Those two, we need to be over here. Those two, we need to be over here. Gaze of the Abyss, 1. Oh, 7 Emily, hello! Nice, I got that. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here, now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see you will not go peacefully. even a cast-off would uphold his pride. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of the other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Euryclonius' dream to life. You speak as if you care what the boy carry wit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Euryclonius, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? I wish. You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you blind his mind and bind his mind and body in dark chains. The words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desired to return there. What weakness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Euryclonius, beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I assured Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide the star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I shall not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You, who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Mother, no. Then how did I? Hearken to your heart. I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever? And La Habrea, I will have my say. How? His mind was mine. I can't explain. Wolf Mage's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear. as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've entered much worse. You worthless. You. Oh, I'm good at 070 Emily. It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. You did well, son. Where are we? With Festus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Ericthonius above. That he would find Hephaestus with only half his essence intact. But you quite understand his adeptness in the art of interment, and it was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. Truth imperfect. Laha Brea is looking at Derechthonius with concern. I feel no trace of Hephaestus' poison in your mind. And for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear. I made my way here as soon as I could, and I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assaulting Pandemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? See, despite his muddled senses, Ericthonius felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. Laha Brea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed, he was not but a part of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A mess of ether without a material vessel. storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe that the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me. Out here, the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. Right? I'm ready. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the wards of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to force to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means to create a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limits. Such limitations as we are not meant to suppress. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Since you have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be in an idle fantasy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the wards of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. The wickedness of one would be mitigated by the strength of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Just so, I believe she bore true affection for me, and was blind to her hidden intentions. I believed she bore true affection for me, and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers and left Agdistus to keep watch over Tartaros's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Is that me? You are well aware that out of the respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defense is this? But indeed, so quick are you to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Agdistus forever, as well you know that I can not allow it to continue. I shall say this once more. Release Ericthonius, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the way of it. Then you will not desist? Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deny the descent from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motives. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother of the son of the great Lahabrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, Lahabrea. We shall know one another more deeply than ever before. Impossible. You bound your souls? Aye, that the broader boundaries between us could cease to be. She's offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I become the memory mind. and I thee. I can feel it. My heart, all that I am. Ah, yes, as if it were my own. The further fathomless desire to dis dis to dis dis yeah, the mystery despite the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed it into higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seeds of desire remain, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the selfsame fervor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with my compassion with the corruption in my soul ere you rotten insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness that let this weakness fester, but never again. Today I shall cast aside fickle emotions. Today I renounce all that I was. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, feeling it within a physical. Never did I think I would one day face those memories that made flesh. Forgive my boldness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured that the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Guillaume and MXL in particular made plain the supplication they had harbored. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny that such consideration played into my actions, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to clung to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his desire his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. For all that he and I were alike, we yet shared a fatal flaw. You see, our need to control blinding us to other perspectives. While I was enthralled to Hephaestus, you called out to me. What you say now? Does La Habrea speak true? Yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. Welcome back, Eddie. I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw, after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say, thank you, Hephaestus. I have said all that needs to be said. From this moment forward, I pledge that my heart shall not lead me astray. Hephaestus was far more than an imitation of La Habrea. He was quite literally a part of them. But La Habrea, to me, is a man who thinks of naught but his duty, by casting aside a burden that the burden that Hephaestus represented, he shall become ever more himself, in a way. I've heard enough. There's more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandemonium's gates. I shall gather my thoughts on the way. Athena viewed Ericthonius as the ideal test subject. Hephaestus' research must have been very nearly complete to seek him out like he did. We have regained complete control of the facility, and it shall take some time. But it shall take some time yet until things are in working order again. I owe you an apology, Wolf Mage. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. Was a tale I, too, was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this he foresaw. I'm afraid I can't allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there's work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining boarders and return this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, and how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid you from pursuing that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence. That this mistake never again repeat. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal. However, the truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' ether. I was shocked by how wholly different they were. There is another. There's another? Oh, that was a question. While imbuing a crystal with memory is a simple process, storing a message, a warning, even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company and Azim was aware of the plight unfolding within Pandemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known, even now? No threat remains. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. The task may take some time. A resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure, and we shall share our result then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave those loose ends to us, and continue upon your journey. Or if you are so inclined, take a much-needed respite. This talk of journeys smacks of Azim. As well it should. He has pledged to keep moving until he has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. Return to the present day. Also, I just realized something. I didn't give any stars to... Oh, they're gone. Okay, I'm gonna BRB while I use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. I just quickly messaged, give a response to something. Why, if it isn't Wolf Mage, excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communications with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his research was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. And to make matters worse, Nemgigi has just sent word of an unusual large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the Ethereal Sea. I was just on my way to the antenna scope, in fact, Please, you must come with me. What is that? Is it real? Why is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? And you two, Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it. As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this? I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. We are finishing Pandemonium's quest line today. I don't give a... While the research summary you submitted to the forum gives us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Azisla, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor, even for Claudian, but he has never allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that unseemly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask that for your assistance at such time that our investigation has concluded. Very good. If you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Nice! Meaning you can play it on your laptop. Just when we need him most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few screws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, I can see that our two current problems are likely to relate. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my experienced investigation failure in Indignation failed to do Pandemonium's pateless spires justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages, did the creations within do the same? What if the key works? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I'm sure. For now, I must do as Master Ffxiv asked and write that report. As for you, Wolf Mage, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. Let's see, we're going to get some spell speed. Eater of Souls. Runes, I'm just gonna call them runes, breathes a sigh of relief at your arrival. Oh, Wolfmage, I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake. After all, and Master Fortunat recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Clodian's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of Pandemonium in the Ethereal Sea. We would do well to meet with him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Antiskip forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements to join you shortly. Yes, it is. That is very neat. I like that it plays the Final Fantasy IX battle theme. Now we get to see Pandemonium from the outside. Yeah, that's what it looks like when we were in there. Thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forgo formalities and jump straight into the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Clodian, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Alisisla. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the chemical research facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the professor, he was otherwise not to be found. There were signs of that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility, so this trail was followed. However, the trail led nowhere, in the most literal sense. It was almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Further investigation confirmed that the expedition party's suspicions, nigh on an entire sector of Azisla has been teleported elsewhere. Teleported to where? We believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea, here where its Alagon facilities reconstructed as the Halls of Pandemonium, to great success, as you can see. So that means Professor Claudian is in there, in that monstrous fortress. That is our leading theory. We are certain, though, at least, to risk sending you into its depths in search of the missing man. Yeah, before we do, there is another pressing matter. While Pandemonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity has recently spied crawling forth from its gates. We observed its behavior with the antiscope, and to our horror, witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding aether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped. The Ethereal Sea harbors the souls of the departed. 'Tis a wellspring the wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow were disrupted, life itself might cease to be. Precisely. It safely must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Wolf Mage. Then we will be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. This memory crystal was recovered from Claudian's airship. Take it with you. It may yet provide some insight into the enigma of Pandemonium. Without Themis, there will be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but are you certain it will be alright? Themis isn't the only one who can summon illusory allies. He isn't? Why, of course, I should have known someone in your talents would master even the ancients' arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. Once we are free of the looming Spectre of Pandemonium, you must promise to share your knowledge for the sake of thorough report, if of course. In the meantime, I shall focus my efforts on providing you with what information and support I can. I shall I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. Anabithios, the ninth circle. And since that's a 13-minute wait time, we're gonna do an SQ. Bill is a bard. Hold on, I'm gonna plug my phone in, it's dying. And we're gonna Ethernet, Megaduta, if we switch to Reaper, how long is the wait? Five minutes, okay. This one has a surprisingly short wait time as
If everyone is ready, then let us depart for Al-Zadar's legacy. What was that?
A deluge of ether. The mark of a terrible magic.
It wasn't far from here. Let's go.
Hey, you! Stop! If you're thinking of taking to sea, don't!
What has happened?
We were out working our nets when a light suddenly shot up over Buffalo Isle with a boom! A massive fiend then took to the skies! Another blasphemy, we feared. But we didn't linger to find out.
Did you see where it was headed?
I can't say for sure, but it looked like it was northward bound.
I see. Our thanks for the warning, and do not let us keep you. Bafla Al is connected to Al-Zadal's legacy. This cannot be a coincidence.
In response to Karnyatso's defeat, they have come for our gate.
So it seems. I would ascertain the situation at the vault, but the fiend must be dealt with, ere people come to harm. I shall assume my dragon form and seek it out at once.
Wait. You heard the fisherman. A blasphemy, they called it. If another flying creature was sighted now, others will assume the worst and panic will spread. This is not the way.
We can work together on this.
You are right, Estinian. I will gather my soldiers and search the Isle for casualties. The fiend, I leave to you. The hunt will go more swiftly with help. Zero, might I prevail upon you to accompany him?
Very well.
Then Estinian and I will make for Al-Zadar's legacy and secure the gate.
Stay on your guard. The enemy is clever and will have anticipated our response. Be safe, my friends, and may the sisters guide your steps.
Zero? We know the fiend was headed north, but that still leaves a lot of ground for us to cover. We need a way to conduct our search more efficiently. Do you have any ideas? Split up and make inquiries. In other words, we seek help from the locals. If you think it's best, very well then. So where to then? The Great Works and the encampment at the Hamza Hatchery. If both places are to the north, then the people there may have seen something. Very well. I'll head to the Great Works and leave the encampment to you. Okay, so that becomes painful in that impression. Two people. I saw the light over the Bountiful remnants too. Did you? We've sent scouts to investigate, but they've yet to report back. We will continue to keep watch here, but if you learn anything, be sure to let us know. These fishermen saw a fiend emerge from the flow remnants before heading north. You say? I saw what I thought was a bottle of flame flung from the explosion, but now I wonder. It flew north in the direction of Kodga. If it is in fact a fiend, then we have trouble on our hands. We must remain vigilant. I presume you've come to investigate the explosion at Banflu remnants as well? We've yet to ascertain precisely what happened. Is there any information you can share with us? A fiend emerged from the explosion and flew towards Kodga by the sisters. Had I learned of this sooner, never mind. There's no time to waste. Now apprised of the situation, Navdeen is eager to take action. Confounded. We were so concerned with the explosion that we failed to recognize that the threat had not yet passed. We must alert command at once and instruct the people to seek shelter. I'll go and see if the fiend is indeed there. But there is no telling what manner of enemy this may be. Because I wanted to be healer. Then again, you are more capable of defending yourself. As you wish. We will leave this in your hand. The giant Getnol's grounds are situated at the base of Kogya. I myself am not familiar with the mountain path. But the quarry workers are bound to know many. Kutner, for instance, he has worked there the longest. Go well, my friend, and may the sisters keep you. I mean, if I had a full party of one of each role, this would be... Yeah, this would be a lot easier. Kittenar. You want to climb Kaja? You can't have chosen a worse time. There was an earthquake earlier. it triggered a rock slide. I am afraid the main path to the summit may be blocked. But if you're determined to go, then I suggest you speak with Sermal. He climbs like a Langer and might know some other way, if not the gentlest. I want to play this as Picto. I don't understand why... fuck. How to reach the top of Kaja after what has happened, that should be the last place anyone wants to be. But yes, I'm familiar with another route that shouldn't be possible. I was once afraid of heights, you see, and used it to build up my courage. Though I can't say I have the courage to brave it under these certain conditions, I'll take you to where the route starts, but no further, alright?
Hello, can you hear me? We were too late. The vault has been destroyed. The alchemical furnace with it. This was their true objective, to deny us entry into the void. Kanyatso and Ajdaya's eye were a diversion. A means to detain us in Garlemald, while they went to work here. To reduce the vault to rubble. That which you hunt is no ordinary foe. Have care.
Such an exquisite sight. A canvas of vibrant colors. As was our world, too, once.
Are you the one who destroyed the treasure vault? One of Golbez's champions, I presume.
I am Rubicante, the archfiend of fire. A monster in flesh, yet in spirit I remain a man, a prisoner of the past. Such tears I wept when darkness consumed the world, until Lord Golbez came and spoke of salvation. Thus do I walk proudly at his side, to see his dream fulfilled. Your heart is pure. For benevolent cause you seek the dragon. But I cannot allow you to have it. Cannot allow you to interfere. If you would continue, then there is but one recourse. I shall await you at the summit. Come, mortal. come and weigh your righteousness against mine.
Mount ordeals. That means we have to withdraw from that. And queue up for both of those, okay. We're gonna queue up as Pictomancer. And while we wait, we are going to do the Pictomancer side quest. Because why not? Am I missing any 90 actions? Or traits? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it does. Wait. There's a star and it lights up. So yeah, we are going to do some stuff to unlock flight in areas. What was the last place we were doing that? Ah, yes. The last place we were doing that was actually here. This. We're going to be continuing our quests to unlock flight. While we wait for that. How many more of these do we have in Labyrinthos? 3, including the one I'm still doing. I'm not going to go home so easily. You probably won't believe me either. I've noticed that all is not right in Labyrinthos. Why don't you try telling me first? Fine, I shall tell you what I've seen. The color of the ethereal light, the color of the artificial light here, it changed recently. I'm sure most people haven't noticed, but when you've spent your whole life here, the difference is like night and day. Even so, no one will take me seriously when I bring it up, all because of my age. Got into a big fight with father about it. But Labyrinthos is in danger. Who knows what would happen if the artificial sun broke? That's why I can't go home just yet. I need to get to the bottom of this first. Although I'm scared to venture outside on my own. They say there's countless monsters out there. I don't suppose you would be willing. You would come with me. I could pay you. It's not much, but I do get pocket money from my parents. No, you don't need to pay me. I thought you were different from the rest, but now you're treating me like a child too. This is a proper deal, alright? You've got to take my money to make it binding. That's then said. And there's that. Now we're switching back to Picto and hoping that one of these duties pops soon. In the meantime, we'll be doing quests. You could say we're doing quiz because Chocobo Brush. Now where's the next quest? Or the next quest? Also, we need to redo all of that. That's another Aether Current quest. Gleaner's Wish. The Viera Gleaner is watching you with interest. You're a visitor to Charlian, aren't you? You do have a worldly look about you. As a gleaner, I too have journeyed far and wide. Tell me, where is the furthest you have ventured? The Far East, another world, can't say. Another world. Is that meant to be a jest? The look on your face tells me you're serious. You should do nicely. You see, I need a more experienced traveler to say a prayer for me before I leave for Garabani. If you would do me the honor, the reactor. There's one of the duty finders. The reactor operator by the tower to the south should have a lantern crystal prepared for the purpose. Trial time! Mount ordeals. Archfiend of Flame, Marubicante.
You stayed the course, as I knew you would. As too will I. Come! The Archfiend of Fire has no equal.
Yeah.
The glory of fire. Flames to lick at your heels. Darkest flames to me! Naught but ash will remain. Burn! Flames to lick at your heels. Darkest flames to me! Naught but ash will remain.
Come on. Perfect time for a
Allow me to show you
defensive
real
AoE.
flame.
Yes. Pictomancer has a defensive
worthy
AoE,
enough of pride. But will it be enough?
as well as an offensive AoE.
I am one with the flames.
That way.
You are the first to behold this form.
The flames rise higher. Look now on my essence made pure. Destruction incarnate.
To ashes with you.
Come, O dark. I shall tear you asunder!
True. Demon vibes totally.
Flames to lick at your heels.
I'm gonna get hit by this. Ouch.
Darkest flames to me!
That's going to rotate clockwise. So that's gonna end up here. Okay.
Naught but ash will remain. Burn!
Knock of Ages.
Destruction incarnate!
Hammer time. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-ba-bam-bam. There we go. Rubicante is downed.
It seems I was a step too slow.
To defeat all of us archfiends, you are strong indeed.
What is it Soul Golbez seeks?
You would know my lord's true purpose. Very well. The knowledge will not change the outcome. Listen then, and learn how all began.
How long has it been since the world was undone? Since light and life gave way to darkness and undeath. Since we were reduced to beasts befouled, squabbling over what scant ether remains. But you are different. You remember who you were, and the paradise for which you fought. That world will never be ours again. But we need not suffer in this purgatory of death and rebirth forever. Join me, and together we shall seek the promised land.
There is no hope, no freedom from the wheel. You speak a fantasy.
I speak truth. The Ascian's revelation. There are other worlds than this. Ours is but one of 14. There is no greater proof than the whispers we hear, born of a neighboring reality. A reality to which we may journey if we can but break down the barrier that divides us.
You meant it then. We will take this world as our own. Count me in!
In return for your strength, I offer you opportunity to pursue your own ends in service to a greater cause. A glorious kingdom of light, wherein all may know death's sweet embrace.
And thus did we begin our great work.
You intend to forsake the 13th and conquer the Source?
Just so. Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
You served Golbez of your own volition.
As atonement for my failures, I tried to be a hero. Tried to stop the war. But I could not.
So in turn you wage another.
A means to a final end. The wheel of depravity must be broken. Even the most exalted succumb. We eat and deepen the stain upon our souls, until only the hunger remains. Is this to be our fate for all eternity?
I don't know. About this and a great many things. But I do know that it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. Not everything need be a trade. This I learned from the people of this world. Even without a contract, without any expectation of personal gain, they labor for one another. I didn't understand it at first, and perhaps I still don't. But if I'm to achieve something, I'd rather do it their way. Else I am already a hunger-maddened beast.
Perhaps we have indeed surrendered to the hunger after a fashion. Make for our moon. There you will find both Lord Golbez and your dragon.
Why tell us this?
To be so viciously slandered. Pride demands I prove my virtue at the last. And perhaps your own will resonate with his, and draw forth that singular jewel which abides deep within his heart. A desire which lies beyond his quest to free us from our purgatory. A desire all his own.
Okay, and we are going to requeue for not that while we do the MSQ. My inquiries delayed me. I'm not accustomed to conversation, but I'm glad I arrived in time to speak with Rubicante. As much as I understand his motives, I believe there's a better way than a better way, yours. The future you strive for is one I wish to see. And I want to know why I feel this way. This is why this fire burns in my breast. That. Gods reveal, lands tremble. Zero is already contemplating your next move. There's nothing more for us here. What of Elzadel's legacy? Has there been word from Y'shtola and the others? I see. Frustrating, perhaps, but better that the gate be destroyed than used to unleash more void sent. We should return to Megaduta and rejoin the others. Yeah, I really like her. I like how she changes. I also wonder if she had that form that she had when we found her in the dungeon, or one similar to it before Xenos captured her. Or if she was just in human form before that. It seems others are already inside. Let's join them. It is good to see you both returned hale and whole. Your friends arrived not long ago, and are already with the star trap. I shall show you in.
Thank goodness you're both all right. Unfortunately, we have nothing further to report apart from the loss of the gate. But tell us, how did you fare on the mountain? Golbez aspires to deliver Voidsent unto the source, where they may die and return to the life stream to be reborn.
Far be it for me to deny them, but the cost to our people would be beyond unconscionable.
Indeed. Voidsent themselves are inherently dangerous. Never mind the chaos sure to follow should the barrier twixt our worlds be shattered. 'Twould be naught less than a calamity.
How can we prevent this?
The simplest way would, of course, be to strike at Golbez himself. That said, our task has been rendered rather difficult.
Indeed. Rubicante hath deprived us of a means to cross into the void.
Kenyatso's faint. That was doubtless what he meant when he said his part was done.
Golbez sacrificed 2 archfiends just to stop us. He must need more time to break the barrier to our world.
Then the days ahead will be critical. We must find a way back to the 13th.
We could employ another Atomos, but that approach would only be viable if we found another planar fissure. An unlikely prospect. Better we explore other avenues. If you will excuse my absence, I shall return to Sharlayan to look for information.
By all means. Meanwhile, I shall seek the counsel of our alchemists.
Time is of the essence. So wish me luck.
I'm no scholar. I'll find another way to keep myself busy here.
Oh, I hope you enjoy that, Eddie. You're still alone will be more than a match. Will be much more a match for those tomes.
I don't doubt it. She's a veritable researcher of light.
Zero. May we call upon thee when next we venture unto the 13th?
Aye. And in case you're wondering, I won't ask for further payment. I will go for myself, to try and understand why I spoke the words I said to Rubicante. And the fire I felt within, when you all came to my aid in Garlemald.
While our esteemed sorceress battles her tomes, let us see to our own affairs.
I will not fail you again, sister.
I'm gonna step away really quick to check my blood sugar. BRB. we go. Okay. Before you leave, I once more express my gratitude. By your hand has Thavner been saved yet again. Before you delivered my people, you helped us recover hope. When the sight of my sisters, I left me bereft and adrift for a time. We may have lost the gate in Alzadel's legacy, but there must be another way to travel to the void, and together we'll find it. Oh. For now, I bid you rest and recover your strength. I too shall have my vessel improved ahead of our next foray. To achieve this end, Golbez has sacrificed his 4 generals. Such a ruthless foe is unpredictable in the extreme. No matter what he plots, we shall do our utmost to see that he does not succeed. Meanwhile, on the moon of the 13th,
Kenyatso and Rubicante have joined with the Great Flow. In this world, 'tis the ravenous who are useful, and few were as ravenous as they. You were fine pawns, my archfiends, and you have played your parts to perfection. But with the goal in sight, I need no minions to do my bidding. Hereon, I shall walk alone. At long, long last, the end draws nigh. The end to life on that star, and the end to my suffering.
Currying favor. Rashawn's eyes light up when he sees you. Actually, given that it's taking a while for the ninth circle to be ready, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed my stream. I hope you guys stop by again. Until next time, I've been Wolfmage 1011. I'll see you guys then. Bye!